Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a whole stack of sources, could be articles, research, even personal notes, and we pull out the really important nuggets, the key insights, just for you. Today, we're embarking on a really fascinating deep dive. We're looking at how profound wisdom and, tons of research can be transformed, taken out of the dusty archives, and made into something unique, accessible, even fun.
Yeah, our sources for this are pretty special. We've got excerpts from a concept document called The Deck of Living Insight, and there's a companion booklet too, plus some related web stuff. And these documents, they really lay out the thinking behind this, well, groundbreaking tool. It's designed to make huge amounts of research feel digestible and actually engaging.
That's exactly it. Our mission today really is to explore how a whole lifetime of going down rabbit holes, deep intellectual explorations can be distilled, how it can become something portable, playful, and genuinely insightful. You
Yeah.
probably think deep research, it's all dense books, academic journals, right?
Dusty libraries. Yeah, dusty libraries. But we're going to show you how it's being reimagined, turn into this dynamic tool for like personal transformation, sparking creativity.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The core idea, it seems to stem from a challenge we all recognize. I mean, who really has the time to wade through thousands of pages of research
Hmm.
or even, a single 250-page book these days? It's tough. So how do you take all that knowledge and make it approachable? What was the fix?
Well, what's really fascinating and maybe a bit surprising is the solution they landed on, creating a card deck.
Yeah, a card deck. The source material actually says this idea came from a comment someone made to Mitch Ditkoff, just highlighting that struggle, that information overload we all feel.
Huh, just a comment.
Just a comment.
Mhm.
But it sparked what they called a full-on brainstorming portal. It took that, flicker of possibility and turned it into something real.
And get this, it wasn't some years-long project, was it? I read it was like 2.5 days.
Incredible, isn't it? Yeah. Through the magic of inspiration and a little help from AI, the concept apparently just morphed into this living, breathing experience. How did they even manage that speed?
It is remarkable. The documents suggest it wasn't exactly a step-by-step linear thing. It was more intuitive, like a download. That magic of inspiration points to a really strong vision, and the little help from AI probably means they used tools for, say, rapid prototyping, generating content or maybe visuals much faster than usual.
Oh, okay, agile.
Very agile, almost like alchemical is how I think of it.
So this deck of living insight, what is it actually supposed to be? Because the description, a mythopoetic archive of research reimagined as ritual, that sounds like way more than just cards.
Oh, it absolutely is. Mythopoetic archive. That means it's blending the deep research, the data, with universal stories, symbols, archetypes, moving beyond just facts. And the reimagined as ritual part is key. It's saying these cards and the books behind them aren't just things you read. They're rites, they're portals, they're vessels that start with a question and can end, as the source puts it, in an entirely different dimension. It's asking you not just to read or analyze, but to really reflect, to alchemize the insights.
Alchemize,
Yeah.
like transform it internally.
Exactly. Make it personal, make it meaningful for you. It's pitched as, yeah, more than research. It's a map of human experience.
Okay, so a map of human experience. What does that actually look like for us, the people seeking insight? Let's get specific. These archetypes, the cards themselves, there are 22.
22, yes. Each with a title, an essence, a soul prompt, which is like a question, a visual symbol, and an insight statement.
Can you give us a few examples? Make it tangible.
Sure. Let's start with one called the Seeker of Rabbit Holes. Its essence is curiosity as compass, and the insight is tangents are treasures in disguise. The soul prompt asks you, what am I willing to explore deeply? It's sort of fundamental, reminding us that, discovery often happens off the beaten path.
I like that. Tangents or treasures. Makes you think about those unexpected side trips in research, doesn't it? They're often the best bits.
They really are. Okay, then there's the poet technologist,
Intriguing name.
isn't it? The essence is alchemy of soul and system, the insight. Systems can speak myth when designed with soul. And the prompt, what code sings with insight?
Wow. So bridging logic and intuition.
Precisely. It suggests even our most structured things, like tech, can hold deep wisdom if we approach them with, well, soul.
That's a really cool blend. What about something maybe a bit heavier, dealing with the tougher stuff?
Ah, yes. For that, there's the shadow dancer, essence, embracing the unspoken, insight. Darkness holds transformative power, and it prompts you. What shadow is asking to be seen? It's a direct invitation to look at the hidden parts, reminding us that, real growth often involves facing uncomfortable truths.
Powerful. Okay, maybe one more. Something about connection.
Good one. The bridge builder. Essence. Connecting disciplines and hearts. Insight. Wholeness lives between silos. And the prompt. What link wants to be forged? This one's all about synthesis, right? Seeing that true understanding often comes when you connect different ideas or different people, break down those silos.
Okay, so these cards are clearly potent, which brings up the obvious question. How do you actually use a deck like this? It's not like playing Go Fish.
Definitely not Go Fish. No, the companion booklet gives clear guidance. It starts with an invocation, which really sets the mood. It says pretty explicitly, this is not a deck of answers. It is a library of invitations.
Invitations, I like that.
Yeah. Each card is a story, a doorway, a spark. Let them speak to your quiet questions, your deep delight, your unfolding edge. So right away, it shifts your expectation. You're not looking for the answer. You're engaging in discovery.
That sounds like a really powerful frame. So practically speaking, how would someone start?
Well, for just daily reflection, the suggestion is simple. Pull one card in the morning, speak its prompt out loud, then maybe journal about it or meditate on it. And they suggest repeating this weekly, maybe with the same prompt, to see what threads emerge over time, see the patterns.
Okay, simple enough. And what if you want to go deeper, maybe something more structured?
Yeah. For that, there's a 3-card soul spread. It has specific positions. Card 1 is your present calling, what's up for you right now. Card 2 is hidden insight, maybe what you're missing. And card 3 is threshold becoming, what's emerging or wants to emerge.
Like a classic tarot spread, but focus on insight.
Kind of, yeah. And it's not just solo. The deck is designed for group rituals, too. Like drawing and sharing a card to open or close a creative meeting or a retreat builds that shared reflective space.
I really like this concept mentioned in the source, creative catalysis.
Yeah.
Using the cards not just to reflect, but to actually spark creation. Tell me more about that.
Right. Creative catalysis. It's about using the cards as direct prompts. Maybe you pull a card and write a poem or a short myth or even a song inspired by it. Or you could use it to kickstart a research paper, design a new kind of ritual. Imagine pulling the poet technologist and then trying to write code that feels like it has soul,
Yeah. Or using the shadow dancer to paint something about a part of yourself you don't usually show.
Exactly. It's about activating that creative spark through these archetypal lenses.
Now, navigating 22 cards might feel a bit much at first, but they're grouped, aren't they, into suits of insight?
They are. It's described as an elemental taxonomy of mythic forces, which sounds grand, but it's basically a smart way to categorize them. Helps you get a feel for the different flavors of insight.
So what are these suits?
Okay, so first you have portals. These represent entryways and emergence. Think beginnings, initiation. Cards like the Seeker of Rabbit Holes and the Catalyst are in here.
You got it.
Entryways.
Then there are the keepers. These are the guardians of rhythm and memory. They're about preserving wisdom, establishing practices. So you get the archivist, the ritual maker.
Makes sense. Guardians.
Third are the alchemists. They focus on transformation and shadow work. This is the deep change stuff, facing the tough parts. Includes the Phoenix Archivist and, of course, the Shadow Dancer.
Transformation, okay.
And finally, the architects. These are the builders of meaning and bridges. They're about creating structure, making connections. So you have the map maker and the bridge builder here.
Portals, keepers, alchemists, architects. That structure really does help make sense of it all. It's not just random ideas. There's a logic, a flow. Definitely. It shows the different facets of insight the deck wants you to explore.
And for people who really connect with ritual, you mentioned the guide has templates.
Absolutely. For a personal ritual, it suggests something simple. Maybe light a candle, shuffle the deck while focusing on your question or intention, pull a card. Then read the prompt aloud and respond however feels right. Writing, maybe going for a walk, even chanting or singing.
And for groups?
For groups, it suggests an opening ceremony. Maybe ring a bell, have everyone silently draw a card, share reflections, and then close with a shared question, or perhaps reading a relevant poem aloud. It really underscores that idea. Ritual anchors the ephemeral, gives abstract intentions a concrete form.
It really does sound like insight translated into ritual, wisdom made playful and portable. That sums it up well. And the card back design sounds beautiful. A field of stars spiraling toward a glowing manuscript, framed by an Ouroboros.
Stunning image, isn't it? The Ouroboros, that snake eating its tail cycles, wholeness.
Yeah, and there's a message embedded on the back, too.
There is. It says, every question begins in wonder and ends in remembering.
Ends in remembering. What do you think that really implies?
Well, connecting it to the whole project, it suggests that the knowledge we're seeking isn't always new. Maybe it's more like a rediscovery, uncovering wisdom that's already inherent within us or within the collective unconscious, just waiting to be remembered, brought back into awareness.
Huh. That's a deep thought. So this whole deep dive into the deck of living insight, it really shows how serious research doesn't have to stay locked away or feel overwhelming. What's really striking here is how it flips the script, doesn't it? It's not just about packing information down. It's about shifting from just passively reading to actively engaging with it, almost ritualistically.
Exactly. Turning data into a catalyst for those personal aha moments.
And it really pushes critical thinking, wouldn't you say? By giving you prompts, questions, rather than just handing you answers?
Absolutely. It empowers you to find your own insights, but within this, thoughtfully curated structure. And for anyone thinking ritual sounds a bit out there, just think of it as a structured way to engage, a way to deliberately make space to connect with these big ideas.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Just imagine having a tool like this, something that helps you take vast amounts of knowledge and distill it into insights that are potent, actionable. Insights for your daily life, maybe your creative work, or even just for some really profound self-reflection. And doing it in a way that feels more like play, like discovery.
Yeah, the closing words in the companion guide capture it perfectly. It basically says, "You've touched the edges of mystery, invited insight to dance." And it expresses this hope that the deck continues to whisper across thresholds, offering reflection, connection, and that radiant memory of your unfolding self. Beautiful phrasing.
It really is. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If wisdom can be made playful and portable like this, how might you transform the insights you gain from your own explorations, books, talks, life itself? How could you turn those into tools? Tools for deeper understanding, for connection, not just for yourself, but maybe, just maybe, for others too.